Hello, ladies. I got some more Hennessy for y'all. I gotta give it to Lori Harvey because she threw the birthday party of the year. Everybody was invited except for Steve Harvey. That's the only sad part about the birthday party. But besides that, everybody had a good time. I got all the details about it. I'm gonna share this information with y'all. This is a live stream, so I'm gonna need for y'all to stay tuned because it's gonna get very, very exciting. The information I have for y'all is gonna make y'all feel real good about y'all selves because everybody not able. And if you got enough money to throw you a birthday party, then you should feel better about your life because Marjorie Harvey charged everybody over $10,000 for a ticket, and then they messed around and had the party at a cheap old Chinese restaurant. So we gonna speak about all of that as soon as we get some more people up in the building because the marriage is basically over. She didn't want Steve there because she wanted her party to be sexy. She wanted people in there to have some swag, and the last thing she wanted was Steve Harvey to come up in there with one of them old Malcolm X zoot suits on. But we gonna talk about it, y'all. I hope y'all having a blessed day because I'm definitely feeling blessed. I'm just over here getting everything set up. I'm sorting out these papers so this information can be top notch for all of y'all. This woman, she just turned 55 years old, and you know she getting old because every time you see her, it look like she just woke up. Her face be swollen, her eyes be puffy. She 55, but she still look good for her age. A lot of you women out there, only 25 and you look like you 50. Some of y'all 30 and y'all look like y'all 60. So Marjorie Harvey looked real good to be 55 years old. But the thing about it is they had a whole lot of meat at her birthday party. Like I said, it was at a China buffet, so they had pepper steak, General Tao chicken, and all that type of stuff. And people was complaining because the party was so cheap, but you got to understand Steve Harvey ain't got no job. So this was the perfect opportunity for her to bring some money into the Harvey family by throwing this bootleg party like that. And according to Marjorie Harvey, Steve Harvey a vegetarian because he ain't got no meat. They got a vegetarian relationship. She ain't getting no meat because he ain't got no meat. They might as well just figure out if they gonna bring somebody else into the relationship, if they gonna get one of them young boys to come join and help them out with they personal things that they be having going on in the bedroom. But like I told y'all, they ain't nothing but a couple of vegetarians. Steve Harvey ain't never had no meat. He might as well be a Buddhist or something like that. But if you listening, I'm going to need for y'all to pay close attention because this party was for the grown and sexy, just like this live stream. So if you ain't grown and you ain't sexy, I don't know why you here. And if you listening, go ask your mama if you can listen to this because I'm not trying to get in trouble because it's going to be some explicit things I'm going to tell y'all. It's going to be some very private, personal business between Marjorie and Steve. Because since he been missing the action, Steve Harvey put on a whole lot of weight. He ain't got no meat, but he got Twinkies and donuts and things like that. Plus, he ain't got no job, so he be in and out of Burger King and places like that because he really ain't got nothing else to do. And truth be told, Marjorie Harvey gained a whole lot of weight too. It says on page 55, she showed up to her birthday party looking like she gained at least 200 pounds, and most of that weight went to her neck. And she thinking about changing her name to Majority Harvey because she the biggest one in the Harvey family. Shoot, she take up all the space at the family reunion, and she also took up a lot of space at this birthday party. But it still had a lot of room for all the celebrities that came through. And they said Lori Harvey bought her new husband, P Diddy, to the wedding. Will Smith, Jada Pinkett was there. Tony Braxton and Birdman, Beyoncé and Jay Z came up in there, and everybody had a good time. But Steve wasn't able to go because, like I told y'all, this man, you ain't seen Steve in a long time. He ain't been nowhere. We've been looking for Steve Harvey. We've been checking the bingo halls. We've been looking at the Goodwill. He showed up a couple of times, but he ran out when he seen us there looking for him. And this ain't funny because he going through some hard times. I'm not trying to kick this brother while he down. I'm just here reporting the news about this birthday party because it was really nice. It was a lot of people there. But for it to be $10,000, you would have thought they would have had the party at an expensive hotel or something like that. But that ain't how it went down. Let me check the comment section and see if we got some more people up in here before I start giving all of this exclusive information, because it's going to get very, very deep. This woman, she's 55, y'all. Y'all gonna have to give her a round of applause because she keeping herself together. She put on that little bit of weight, but she gonna be able to get that off, because when you in Hollywood, there's plenty of places you can walk in Malibu and stuff like that. So don't worry about her being big forever. What y'all need to worry about is if Steve Harvey gonna get another job or not. Because y'all know when people retire like that, they don't live that much longer. We want our brother Steve Harvey to live forever, so we gonna have to get him some coupons and get him something to do. But one thing for sure, he was not invited to this party. Now, I had experienced some things these past couple of days, because they don't want me telling y'all the stuff that I've been telling y'all, because these people in Hollywood get upset when they get exposed in front of the world. So I'm just gonna say this one time and I'm gonna leave it alone. Steve Harvey had a head full of hair before he started messing with this woman. He had a high top fade, he had a mustache, sometimes he had a beard, and ever since he got with Marjorie Harvey, he ain't got no more hair on his head. Well, according to this information that I have right here, it says that before Steve Harvey married Marjorie Harvey, her real name, her maiden name, was Marge Simpson, just like the cartoon. And ever since Steve got with her, he's starting to look more like Homer Simpson. You can connect the dots and put two and two together. And that's another reason why Steve was thinking about divorcing this woman, because he didn't know that she was no damn Marge Simpson. Now he out here looking like Homer. His career is over. He got a pot belly. He got a couple of strands left on his head. His skin turning orange. That's what he get for hanging around with Donald Trump. But anyways, I'm about to pour a whole pint of Hennessy all over your areola. So if you smoking a cigarette, or if you're around anything that's flammable, I would advise you to get away, because I'm about to be pouring it all over your body. And for you beautiful sisters out there, the weekend is coming up. I know you probably went and got your nails did like you always do. You got a couple of outfits that you're thinking about wearing this weekend. But before you do all that, you have to realize times is hard now. You can't be spending all that money like you were spending back in the day, because the rent going up. Everything is more expensive, so you need to think about doing your own nail. You know times is hard when Marjorie Harvey is throwing birthday parties at a China buffet and then got the nerve to charge everybody $10,000 to come see her. She up there smelling like Ben Gay. Ain't no Steve Harvey. Everybody asking where he at. She shrugging her shoulders while she doing the bankhead bounce. Everybody in there trying to dance, but they listening to that old ass music. She said she had a special guest that was gonna show up. The OJs came out the cut. Cedric the Entertainer was singing. He ain't even got no songs on the radio. It was a real struggle party, but it was good to see a lot of black successful people show up at the same place and have a good time. It wasn't no fights or nobody in there arguing and stuff like that, because like I said, it was for the grown and sexy. Old people ain't got no time to fight. They pulled out a couple of guns here and there, but shoot, the arthritis in their fingers, they wasn't able to shoot nothing. But besides that, I ain't gonna keep y'all here all night. I wanted to tell y'all about the Marjorie Harvey birthday party bash. It was off the chain. A lot of people that went there went home smelling like shrimp fried rice, but they ain't complain, because rich people get tired of doing rich people stuff all the time. Sometimes they need a little ratchetness in their life. They said Will Smith got on the microphone, Jada Pinkett got drunk and slapped him. So it was a good old fashioned neighborhood barbecue cookout. But the only thing is, them boys that was working the hibachi grill, they were scared as hell, because they ain't never been around that many black people before. And that's why I was wondering how Marjorie didn't do it at a soul food restaurant if she wanted to be cheap, until I read my documentations and they said the people at the soul food restaurant was trying to charge her arm and a leg for some canned goods and some fake macaroni and cheese and some fried chicken that been sitting out for a couple of days. See, if we gonna run our own businesses and build our own communities, we gotta stop being so bootleg. It ain't no reason why these soul food restaurants should be having all these canned goods sitting up there and want to charge you all of this money for some stuff you could have went home and cooked. Every restaurant, every soul food restaurant in the USA use those Sylvia collard greens, use those Bush baked beans. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. So I can kind of see why she went to the China buffet to have her party like that, because they not bringing in no money like they once was. This man is unemployed, y'all. Y'all gonna have to get that through y'all head. I'm praying for Steve Harvey because I want to see him win in life. He's my brother. He's your brother. Quit trying to put him down. Now back to this birthday party. Hold on, let me see what's going on in the comment section. Lisa said she's a Cancer. She sure is, and that's why she always keep them to herself. You don't really see Marjorie Harvey in the spotlight. You don't see her going to a whole bunch of parties. The only time you hear about her at a party is her own birthday party. And when she went, she was a little drunk when she showed up. But the thing is, if you was turning 55, you would want to get drunk too. You only got so much longer to live. And me personally, I feel like everybody should live forever, but we all know that's not the case. And when it comes to Steve Harvey, he living his life too. But the only difference is he trying to figure out what he gonna do with the rest of his life. And that's a hard decision to make when you don't already live for 60 years. What else you can plan on doing besides sitting there eating Pringles like he been doing lately? Let me look in the comment section and see if anybody got any questions about this situation, because like I told y'all, I'm not going to be here all night. I just wanted to tell y'all that everybody had a good time. Ain't nobody got hurt. The party was a little bit bootleg and Steve Harvey was not invited. And hopefully next year he be back on his feet so he can start coming to events like this, because y'all know if Steve Harvey would have showed up to the birthday party, everybody would have been asking him, Steve, are you okay? Do you need some money, Steve? And that would have broke that man's heart. And plus, Marjorie done already told everybody that he ain't got no meat. They thinking he Russell Simmons or something like that. They asking questions wondering if he a Buddhist or is he a part of Islam now. How come Steve Harvey ain't got no meat? Well, he was born that way. When she said that she wasn't talking about his eating habits, believe you me, Steve Harvey got a rack of ribs right now. I told y'all he be in and out of Popeyes in his Bentley in the ghetto. He be trying to be on the low. He be leaning back in the seat, ducking down like don't nobody know that's him. He reach out the window. You see that old ass hand in the drive-thru reaching for that bag. He try to pull off real fast, but he got to check and see if they put the honey in the bag. He be slipping in the hood. But a lot of y'all sisters out there got vegetarian relationships in the bedroom as well. Your ass got a whole lot of ass and all your man got is some cabbage. You wondering where the meat at. He come out the shower and hop in the bed meatless. You got the hot sauce ready, a little bit of barbecue sauce. You trying to please this man. He ain't even got no meat. But we gonna quit talking like that, because YouTube, they don't play that no more. You got to be very conscious about what you saying, because there's a lot of children be watching and stuff. And this is another thing. If you got kids, hold on. The Caribbean Wish donated $5 to the Sean Blazington. I was about to get up out of here, but since you donated that $5, baby, I think I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. Selena Torres, how you doing, baby? Free Rain is in the building. She said Mack Truck this morning was hilarious. Caught the playback. Yeah, y'all need to head over to the Sean Blazington chat line, and when we get done here, we're gonna have the after party in the Sean Blazington lounge. I'm over here multitasking, y'all. I'm trying to put on my drawers so I can get out the door. I got to go to the grocery store and grab a couple of things, a couple of watermelons, get me some more tilapia and things like that. I don't just be going in the grocery store for no fish, but if I see a fine sister, best believe I'm going to holler. My man Lawrence Johnson said, long live Mr. Bernie Mac, F Steve Harvey, free Larry Hoover. Steve should have died when he was a... Come on, Lawrence. How you gonna say Steve Harvey should have died when he was a baby? What about you when you was a baby? Your daddy didn't want your mama. You was raised in a single parent household. What if you would have died when you was a baby? What if your daddy would have just skeeted in his jeans and didn't even call your mama that night? I dare you say something like that about another human being, brother. You ain't got no soul. You ain't got no heart. Steve Harvey is a good person. We ain't here to bash that man or Marjorie Harvey. I'm just here to tell y'all that this woman ain't got as much money as she used to have, because if she did, she wouldn't have been charging everybody no $10,000 for no ticket to come to her raggedy ass birthday party. They ain't even throw no confetti at the party. It was just a bunch of mothballs coming out of the sky. All the young kids showed up and turned right back around. Lori Harvey tried to bring her little homeboys and homegirls. They stayed for about 5 minutes. When they seen Marjorie Harvey over there cutting the rug and listening to that old Michael Jackson, they had to get the hell up out of there. They said they played Thriller at least about 5 times at the party. And on the 5th time, Marjorie Harvey was so drunk, she just started doing the typewriter. Darrell Williams said Steve Harvey sold his soul years ago. The Most High will deal with him and also with all of you who think this is a joke, okay? Well, who you think you is? Jesus? You over there looking like Judas. You got horns growing out your head talking about Steve Harvey need to repent. You the one that need to repent. A grown man with hips and thighs. You got secrets, brother. Don't come for Steve Harvey because we ain't here to do that. Like I told y'all, it's going to be some changes around here. We don't bash celebrities. We uplift these celebrities because they people too. And if they keep on sending me these emails telling me to shut the hell up, then guess what? That's just what I'm going to have to do. Believe you me, if I had the control to bash Steve Harvey right now, I really would, because he said some things that really upsetted me. But I ain't in a position to do that. So long live Steve Harvey. Throw up your S's and your H's. And if you put a IT on Steve Harvey's initials, you would know that he full of. Matter of fact, I can't even be cussing up on here. But besides that, Mr. Waters in the building. Blazer Gang Asia is back. How you feeling, sister? You're not. Hold on. These comments is going too fast. You're not my dad. He said Marjorie Simpson met Steve at a family cookout. She sure did. But the thing is, back then, when you went to a family cookout, you had to show up and be a little bit ghetto because you never know who was going to pull up. You be sitting there nervous as hell looking to see what car is going to pull up. If your Uncle Reggie show up, you know it's time to get ignorant because he going to get out that Cadillac drunk as a skunk and he going to be ready to fight somebody. Have you ever had a family member show up to the family barbecue just to slap somebody and then pull off? Y'all so embarrassed, everybody acting like they didn't see the slap. Your auntie patting the ground trying to pick up her glasses because your little cousin came and slapped her glasses off and don't nobody want to talk about it. People start fixing their plate to go. Now, I know a lot of y'all show up to these barbecues to get your plate and to get the hell on because, first of all, you know your baby daddy been beating the brakes off of you and everybody know it. But you want to go get your grandmama macaroni and cheese. You ain't trying to stay long. You know your kid just came out the closet. Lil Ray got a boyfriend. You don't want to be bothered. You just trying to get the food and go. We can talk about it today because Steve Harvey and Marjorie Harvey, they be going through some ghetto stuff lately. They trying to figure out how to pay the light bill. They was brainstorming on how to come up with some money. She getting ready to turn 55. They said, the hell with it. We gonna throw a birthday party. They living like Craig and Day Day. They trying to figure out ways to pay the damn rent. They working on the movie called Friday 6. It's gonna be Steve Harvey gonna be Craig and Marjorie Harvey gonna be Day Day. They trying to figure out how to get some money to pay them bills. They done already threw the birthday party. Next thing you know, they gonna do a Christmas party. Shit. And Debo getting ready to come home from jail. And that ain't nobody but Marjorie Harvey's ex-husband. He gonna be Debo in the movie. As soon as he get out, Craig and Day Day gonna be running all over the place trying to get away from him. I can't make this stuff up. Hollywood is a crazy place. But if you ain't subscribed to the channel, now's your chance to do so. I got so much love for y'all. Miss Quiet Storm is in the building. Free Reign, how you feeling? Giggles Go Ham. He said, what up, Sean Blaze? How you doing, Giggles? Mac Truck is in the building. Chris Green. Z Monet is back. But yeah, I just wanted to share that information with y'all. I got so much love for y'all. Next time y'all see Marjorie Harvey, give her a hug for me. And when you see Steve Harvey, tell him to come out and quit being scared to come outside. We know that be him riding through the ghetto, hitting them potholes. He got a donut on his Lamborghini. That brother gonna be all right. Y'all leave Steve Harvey alone. Blazer Gang GMB, we gone. I'ma holla at y'all later. Y'all can see me in the Sean Blazington Lounge tonight. That's the other YouTube channel. Y'all need to subscribe there because that's where the party gonna be. I got so much love for y'all. And let me give a roll call. And the Caribbean Witch is the only one that donated some money, baby. I really do appreciate you for that $5. And for the rest of y'all, I got love for y'all too. GMB, Blazer Gang, we gone, baby.